What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
I can't hear you. Your microphone. Hello, Allison, go ahead.
Hi.
How are you?
Yes, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. How are you today?
Good. What did I get wrong?
I don't know if you got anything wrong. I just want to know what the solution is. I am Double Nichols. I'm 55. I am a yoga teacher. And, I feel good about life. I feel good about myself, but I am single. I've been divorced.
Okay.
And so, just what is the solution?
Well,
What lane,
I don't
do we
know.
really need to be?
I don't know. You're throwing a lot at me. So, 55. How long were you married?
I was married for 6 years.
At what age did you get married?
I was 36 when I got married.
And you divorced 42, so you've been divorced for 13 years.
Yes.
Any children?
No children.
Okay. So why'd you wait so late to marry?
I guess career, pretty much profession. I
Have
just
you been a
wasn't in
yoga
a
teacher
hurry.
your entire career?
I have not. I was a hairstylist prior to.
So I know plenty of hairstylists and yoga teachers that seem to be able to get married just fine.
I guess it wasn't exampled in my family, and so it wasn't something that I really, kind of went towards.
So how about this?
So,
How about we just, instead of saying career, because when you say that to a brother like myself, I hear disingenuous. What I'm hearing when you
really?
say career,
Oh,
you better,
wow.
now let me tell you why.
Okay.
You want to hear, do you want to hear it or you just,
Yes, of course.
all right. When you tell me you're 55 and you're a yoga teacher and hairstylist, you can't tell me you put off marriage because of a career. Because where I'm coming from, unless you are a international business, that ain't no career to be putting anything on hold for. That's what most men hear. When you say a career, you need to be arguing before the Supreme Court. You need to have a show enough damn business. Because a hairstylist, I can throw a rock and hit 10 hairstylists on the corner and they can find husbands. I can throw a rock that way and find any massage therapist, yoga teacher, whatever, and white women can get married. So men don't hear that. The second part makes more sense. Wasn't raised to prioritize it. That makes more sense.
Okay.
Because at 55, when you and your husband divorced, what was the cause?
Infidelity mainly. Yes.
How many times did you cheat on him?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting curve that you threw.
Why?
It wasn't on me.
Why?
It was on.
Yeah, because most women and most people assume it's just other people, the man cheating. So when you come with the perspective of, well, why can't it be you? You would actually be surprised how much the truth actually comes out, or these little nuances around the details come out. Women cheat as well. And sometimes it's not only physically, but women cheat as well.
Black women cheat at 4 percentage points less than black men.
Well, no, that was on him. It wasn't me.
Okay. Well, you said infidelity. Okay. So infidelity, was it rampant?
It was enough. I stayed long enough through it enough to where it was enough.
Well, I'm trying to find out, was it with one person? Was it with
No, that's what I'm saying. No, it wasn't. It was with one,
Okay.
just one
All
person.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what was your longest relationship before your marriage?
My longest relationship before my marriage, wow, was probably 3 years.
And what age were you when that started?
That I'm thinking right high school, really.
Okay. Was that at
I'm
the end of
thinking
high school?
It was like the 10th grade to my first year in college.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from 16 to 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you skipped all the way up until 36.
Well, not that I didn't date. I did date,
No,
but
no, no, no,
serious
no, no, no,
relationship.
no, no. I'm just counting serious relationships.
Yes, certainly.
16 to 19, then all the way
Hmm.
to 36. And then you were with this person for how long? You were married for, you guys get together 6 years total or married 6 years?
I would say 7 years total.
Okay. So you knew him for a year and you were married for six. So here's your, so if I mapped out your relationships, you were born in 64, 65.
65.
65. You were
Yes.
you were with somebody from high school, 10th grade to your freshman year in college. And then from that point on, from 19 to 35, double almost twice your lifetime, you had no serious relationship. You met somebody for 1 year, you married them, and you divorced after 6 years. And then you've been single for 12. Your entire life, you've been single.
That's fair. Yeah.
So you don't have a
Factual.
well, yeah. So you don't have a track record of being with a man. You don't have a track record of cooperating with a man, serving a man, anything like that. You
Oh,
haven't,
I served my husband. No, I definitely served my husband.
ma'am.
He
I'm
would
saying,
tell you that.
ma'am. I'm not trying to insult. I said a track record of serving a man over the long term, over a life. 6 years in a marriage. I'm not taking anything away from that, but I'm saying that's it's over a period of a lifetime.
That's true. Because this woman, just off of her, even into her latter years or her mid 30s, this woman was single for about what, 16, 17 years? Well, she was single for 16 years, at least during that phase. And then she said that I believe for another 12 or like 6. So this woman has been single for at least over 20 years of her life, no matter which way you slice it. For over 20 years of her life, she was single. And we're not talking about from 1 year old, from a 1 year old to a 20 year old. We're talking about from 19 to 35. And let's just tack on, she said it's been more, but let's just tack on, give or take 5 more years. This woman has been single for 20, 21 years. That is a huge red flag because during that time of 19 to 35, what were you doing? Prioritizing the CC and not prioritizing a relationship. That's the difference.
That's what I'm saying. So the future going forward, what is it you would want?
Well, I definitely would like to have a serious relationship and a
Okay.
lifelong partner. I
Okay.
would
Okay. Uh,
going forward
to what end?
to the end.
I mean, to what end? I mean, why?
Because I think it's God ordained, for relationships. I mean, I feel like love is a wonderful thing.
Hold on.
No, I do.
You're 55, and you're
Yeah.
saying it's God ordained.
Relationship, companionship,
Say,
I
okay, man.
believe.
All right, you call some. I'm okay. I hear you, but it's hard to hear that it's God ordained, and you're 55, and you have no real long track record of being with a man. See, it's not like you can say you've been in and out of relationships. You
But I
haven't.
think that would be foolish and frivolous if that were the case and it wasn't serious. So I choose not to casually date anybody.
Well, your best thinking got you where you are right now, and you're calling me and asking. Your best thinking got you where you are right now, and you're calling me and asking. And like most sisters, you got your mind made up, and
Well, I don't want to casually date
it doesn't
anyone.
matter what you want, ma'am. See,
Yeah.
you spent your entire life being in charge.
I guess a great portion of it.
You're
Sure.
55, ma'am. You have your entire life. Your high school, it really doesn't count. The only relationship in your life that truly counts is the year you dated somebody and you got married. You have been your from your adult life, you've had one relationship.
Is that a bad thing?
For what you want, yes.
Oh, okay. First time I'm ever hearing that.
How many black men have you asked?
I've had quite a few conversations. I mean, I would like to feel like I don't want to be spent and used up when he does come.
Let
I
me stop you right here,
mean,
ma'am. You're 50. Let me just get real with you, man. 55, there ain't much left to use.
oh,
I
it's a
mean,
lot to use.
no, no.
Trust and believe.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. See, we allow our sisters who are you're half 100, and you're talking like you're in your 20s, like you got all this time and all this the juice left, man. You're almost retirement age.
Man, that half 100 did silence her. We didn't hear the chuckles no more. Now it's not funny. Now it's not funny when you have to tell a 55-year-old woman that should already have a family together, some type of structure, some type of, you know, grandkids, that she should be, looking at and slipping them off $10. She should be doing things like that, worrying about her husband. But as of right now, she's pretty much telling you that this 55-year-old has so much to give and offer to a man. Listen, those cookies have been baking for 55 years. Those cookies were on the shelf for at least 20. Those ain't good cookies anymore. Those aren't good cookies anymore. Those cookies are pretty stale.
Talking like you got all this time left. And see,
Well, that's how I
we do that,
feel.
and we
But I
that's how
feel
you
like
feel.
that.
I don't give a damn how you feel. You were born in 1960 fucking 5.
Okay.
You're old, like me. Talk like it. But you're talking like a young,
Well,
silly girl.
why am I well, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't feel silly and I definitely don't feel
I
old.
don't, but it's not about how you feel, ma'am. And
It
I'm not trying to
is.
insult. Okay, see, and here's what I'm doing. I'm coming
It's
at you, and
not
here's
about how
I
I
need you to listen.
feel.
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm purposely triggering you to see how you're going to respond. And see how you're responding? This means you're not really cut out for a man like myself or somebody on my level or really anybody.
Why would you say that?
Because, man,
You
you're not
think I'm
even.
responding irrationally?
Go back and look in the chat room, man. Because when you say me,
Well, I'm
when you tell
looking
me at
on
55,
my
when you tell me at 50,
Zoom.
no, when I go back and look in the chat room when this, I'm not looking at it either. But when you say,
Okay.
when I'm listening to a 55-year-old woman talk about how she feels, I feel like I got more time. You can feel like it all you'd want to, man. Man, 55 years old. Think about when we were children. Okay? Think about when you and I are roughly the same age. Your grandmother, do you feel like, how was your grandmother when you were born?
No, you making me challenge my math skills. How old was my
What year was your
grandmother?
grandmother
She
born?
was she was born in 1917.
1917. So 1917. So my
Yes.
grandfather was born in 1919 and 1924. So your grandmother is 7 years older than mine. So you got to tell me, when you were looking at your grandma at 55 years old, you saw you.
No.
What did you see?
I
Exactly,
just saw
and that's
I
what
just
you.
saw my
But
grandmother.
right, but the thing is, when your grandmother was 55 years old, could you imagine her saying what you're saying?
My
No.
grandmother, now she was special. So
Well, apparently so. But you see, when I put it in context like that, man. See, here's the thing: most people won't risk telling older black women the truth because one, most older black women don't want to hear the truth. Two, you got so many things to keep telling you what you want to hear, but the reality is at 55, what is the average lifespan of a black man in this country?
77, I believe, 76 for a black man.
71. Actually, 68. 68 in the average
It's gone
lifespan for.
down. Mm.
Yes. It's actually gone up with the marital rate decreasing. So the men you will be dating, how many men are left in your age, in your generation to date?
Oh, I don't know those statistics. I'm sorry.
Well, you're a late millennial, but you're not a boomer.
No, you're
So
right.
the men that are age appropriate for you are dead or on or I mean, there's not a lot of men, and they're not looking for women who have no relational history. If they're looking to have a partnership, ma'am, guys are going to say, what are we going to get from this? And you may be a lot of things, but do you have a history of cooperating with a man? And your life says you don't. That's not an insult. Somebody looking from 18 to right now, they look at 37 years. And only for a period of 7 years do you have a history of cooperating with a man. Does that make sense?
I'm listening. I'm not sure if it makes sense, but I'm listening to you.
Okay. Well, any other question I can answer, because I don't know what else to say. I mean, I mean, your life, it's your life. From
Well,
18,
according to you, I'm in the grave.
you're close there. Okay, you're close to the grave. You're closer to the grave. You're closer to the grave than you have more time. And see, that is one of the things I am trying to get, especially people in our generation, to stop acting like we're so young, because we're not. Just because
But
we
I'm in
don't,
health and wellness. My
I
whole
don't
mindset is
care. You're
different.
still
It
55.
Listen, unless she has some age serum where she can reverse time and reverse age, it doesn't matter about how you feel or what field you're in. Even doctors are going to die and pass away. That's that's just the sad truth. You aren't going to reverse your age or your biological clock. Doesn't matter how much you feel. And it's sad that a woman that is 55 years old is sitting here talking about feelings when she should really be practical. Insane.
it's okay, but my
Oh,
life has
all right.
been in health and
And
wellness.
how
And
is that
so
working out? Good. But how's that? But it's not about you and your life. It's about,
but if I don't take care of me first
okay, you're
and
right.
prepare
You're right.
myself
You're right.
for
You're
the
right.
person that God is going to send my way, then
So
I
no,
mean,
ma'am. Let me go ahead and knock that. Let me
but
go ahead.
you,
Let me go ahead and
but you know what I've heard you
no, no,
say?
no, 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 no. Let me go ahead. No, no. You're not gonna over talk me. You're not gonna put this shit off on God. You're not gonna put this off on God. And she's still talking. You still talking. I had to mute you. You roll your eyes all you want to. I'm looking dead at you. And you still talking. Mute it. And you wonder why we don't deal with older women. Because I'm sitting there talking to a woman who is 55 years old, trying to tell me that you don't feel 55, and because I'm in health and wellness. And go ahead and unmute yourself, man.
Well, what else am I supposed to say? If I'm in health and wellness and I have for 30 years been in this industry, taking care of myself, preparing myself.
For what?
Doing it.
Preparing yourself for what?
For the rest of my life.
You just said for the man that God sent you, right?
Exactly. But
okay,
that's still for the rest of my life.
So I need you to answer me a question.
They are synonymous.
Excuse me. I need you to answer me a question. Are you a Christian?
I am a Christian.
So is marriage and relationship a God ordained, or is it a natural choice?
I would like to say for myself, it's
no, ma'am.
synonymous.
You're a Christian. You're a Christian. You don't get to pick your Christianity. Please answer according to the Christianity you say you believe in and you're trying to stand on.
It's God ordained.
It is not God ordained. It is the natural choice. I taught church singles ministry in 3 different churches.
Okay.
And go look at my broadcast about 3 weeks ago talking about Christian feminists. You sitting there telling me that God see if it was God, then you can say God is responsible for you not having nobody. Nope. You get a chance to pick.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that.
You would not
No.
say you don't have a choice to pick?
No, I wouldn't say God is responsible for
Well, then
me
it's
being
not God
single.
ordained. It's a natural choice. Have you ever sat down with a counselor or a therapist?
Oh yes, absolutely.
And where there's any clinical diagnosis?
No, it wasn't.
Did you talk about relationships?
Absolutely,
And
yes.
what was the and what did you ask? Did you ask what? What did you ask your therapist?
I mean, several different questions. It's been definitely years ago, but yeah, several different
Years ago.
questions
How
along
long
those
ago?
lines. During the time I was married.
Okay. Okay. So from you got married at 36.
Yes.
So from the age of 19 to 36, you never consulted a therapist to find out why you were by yourself?
Not from that time, no, I did not.
So you saw everybody else in the world in getting married, moving on, and you didn't think there was something a little out of place?
No, indeed. I didn't.
Exactly. Exactly. And again, it's not like you had this high power career. You were a hairstylist, but you had clients that came in who were talking about husbands, children, family, but you didn't have any of that, right?
Correct.
And you didn't think there's a reason.
I did not.
Well,
No, sir, I
I'm
did
just saying.
not.
So again, and no one that you and who could risk talking to you and telling you. See, a big part of us trying to resolve any issues we have is admitting there's something off, something wrong. And I would say that if you say what you want, if what you say you want is true, in a life from 18 to 55, you have 7 years of cooperating with a man. Most of your life is spent in not cooperation. That's not. I don't understand how you expect to get something out of that when you have no track record of it. You haven't even explored it. And this is what makes me so frustrated about so many of our sisters. You leave so much of it in God's hands. And this is bullshit. TD Jakes, one of the best messages I finally heard him say was, I'm tired. Stop quoting me in your house. I am a man. It is not God's to make you a man. You have to become a wife to be found. And so many of our sisters just feel like I'm just gonna go out and live my life and do my thing, and all of a sudden, husband gonna knock on the door. My suggestion, ma'am, is if you really want what you say you want out of life, you gotta first off, you gotta answer the question why, and then you have to answer the question. A lot of guys gonna ask, what do you bring to the table? Why would a guy want to couple with you, partner with you? What are they gonna get out of it? Because at this point, there has to be some sort of negotiation. It's the best I can offer you.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Mm-hmm. You too now.
Shout out to Kevin, man. Good episode. And at the end there, she sounded like one of those operators on the phone from back in the day. I don't know why she ended the conversation off like that. But everyone, please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.